What up, dude? What's going on, everybody? Man, it's Aaron Duncan here. It is Wednesday. It is time for the best part of your Wednesday. The day before Thanksgiving, the day before my favorite holiday, the day before the best holiday. Wednesday before Thanksgiving. It's time for the Dunk on Demand show, man. How y'all feeling out here, man? Dre Drip Too Hard got in the comments early saying, what's up? What up, dude? You gotta do it properly. Say what up, no. Do it properly, man. You know how we do. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all getting ready to get full? Y'all went to the gym today to burn off some calories so you don't feel bad about tomorrow? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all ready to eat? I know I am. Like I said, it's my favorite holiday. Thanksgiving is the undisputed best holiday of the year. Not because of what it's based on, because we all know it's probably a lie. Just like everything else we've learned this year, like Columbus Day and stuff like that. Who knows? But it is a good time to be thankful. It is a good time to get together. It is a good time to eat together. It is a good time to bring all your food together to eat. You know what I'm saying? It is that good time. It is that good time. Annie Clark checking in. What up, though? She got the first official what up, though of the show. My boy Dre Drip Too Hard. He made me the wrong intro, man. Come on. What's going on with y'all? Y'all like my outfit? I've been giving y'all some vibrant, is that the word to use? Vibrant colors. You know what I'm saying? Last week I had on purple. Today I got on orange. So y'all can see me. I got on orange. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to switch up the colors a little bit, man. But how y'all feeling, man? Y'all ready to eat? Like I said, y'all ready to eat? You know, my personal favorite. What's my favorite food? What's y'all favorite Thanksgiving food? My personal favorite has to be dressing and gravy. Turkey and dressing and gravy. You know, I wasn't always there. I used to be a big cranberry sauce fan. You know, I used to be able to eat cranberry sauce out the can, just straight up out the can. Out the can. You know what I'm saying? I used to just eat the cranberry sauce straight out the can, but I when I was a child, I did things that childs did. You know, when I became an adult, I put away childish things. And now I realize that cranberry sauce is just a complimentary piece. The dressing and the gravy is where the meat is at. No pun intended, because I love me some turkey also, with some giblet gravy or giblet gravy, whatever, depending on where you're from. That's how you pronounce it. And Clark said she getting her stuffed bell peppers together for tomorrow. Stuffed bell peppers? What you stuffing them with? What you stuffing them with now? You know what I'm saying? What you stuffing them with? That's the question. What are you stuffing them with? That's the $1 million question. What are you stuffing the bell peppers with? You know what I'm saying? But man, we got some stuff to get done. You know what I'm saying? B Diva checking in on the ones that. What's wrong, man? On the ones and twos. What up, though? What's going on? Y'all, excuse me if y'all catch me looking down at my phone. Walmart has a sale tonight for the PS5. Going live soon. I want to get one. Not for me, myself. I don't have time to play video games. But when I went on eBay. I went on eBay and saw these things going for about $1,000. I said, hold on. Let me make that flip. I'm going to try to make that flip. Because that's a lot of money. These things selling for $4.99, but you can't get them anywhere. They like trying to get Jordans. Man. So we'll see what happens. But I need to figure out what I'm doing, because these things are hot. You know, they hot. I want to get one, but just for the resale. You know what we do. B Diva said, is that celery juice? Yeah, we'll call it celery juice. We'll call it celery juice for now. I ain't shouting out no more sponsors until I get a sponsor. You heard me? So make sure y'all give the video a thumbs up if you have not. She said she's stuffing it with seafood, ground meat. I'm from New Orleans. Now, listen, stuffing it with seafood and ground meat. So what kind of stuff be on y'all menu down in New Orleans? Now, I heard some things about people from down there, how they don't really be doing normal Thanksgiving food. Do y'all know how to throw down like the other parts of the South? You know what I'm saying? I'm from South Carolina originally, but I'm in Georgia now. You know what we do. Turkey, dressing, fried chicken. Shoot. Collard greens, turnip greens, beans, greens, tomatoes, chicken, ham, hog, dog, small. You know what I'm saying? You name it. That's how we do. That's how we do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's how we do. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about some Thanksgiving stuff as we get into it, man. But y'all know what y'all came for. The football meat and potatoes. 8-0 checking in. They got a question. Say, do I got the Steelers or the Ravens on Sunday? And that's a good segue because he said Sunday. Because the game was supposed to be tomorrow. I know y'all have heard about this because everybody's talking about it. Everybody's mad and disappointed because the Ravens and Steelers game has been postponed from tomorrow night to Sunday at 1:15 p.m. because a number of Ravens players are either testing positive for the corona or on the COVID list have been exposed to somebody that's tested positive. So it's happening again, guys. It looks like an outbreak. And players from the Steelers are mad. Juju tweeted out how mad he was. Because they got screwed over by the Titans earlier this year. They had to postpone that game because they had to pretty much give up their bye week because the Titans wanted to BS around and do their own thing. And now the Ravens had the reckless probably or something. Who knows? Stuff is spiking all over the country anyway. We don't know exactly what went into the Ravens having this outbreak. However, the NFL is trying to be extra cautious and push it back. Now, who will win this game? I think the Steelers. Lamar Jackson has been struggling, man. He's been struggling, man. And adding more time may help, but they're going to have a bunch of players down. The Steelers seem to have everything intact. The 10-0, looking to push it and go undefeated. I got the Steelers, man. It won't be pretty. And they have a good defense. Offense has been making plays solid. They have some playmakers between Claypool, Juju, Johnson. They got some running backs in the backfield, of course. And then, of course, Big Ben Roethlisberger, fresh off the elbow injury. He's back playing decent. They're a pretty solid all-around team. They're well coached by Mike Tomlin. What can you say? But I want to talk about why the game was pushed back, man. That's what I want to talk about. Because these players are mad. I can't blame them. The Steelers have been victimized by this twice. Granted, they were able to bounce back, obviously, being 10-0. Tough circumstance. They're 10-0 right now still. However, we're all frustrated. We all feel the pain of the Steelers. Because, guys, tomorrow, Thanksgiving, basketball season is not playing, obviously. Basketball's not playing. What are we going to do tomorrow? What are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to have football all day, starting at 12:30, all the way till about probably 11:30, 12 midnight. But no, we're losing the night game, guys. Because typically, you know how you do. Now we have to suffer through the Lions get playing and the Cowboys playing at the middle slot game. You know how the plan goes. You show up early, you eat, you talk, you ignore the Lions game until the fourth quarter because it's usually boring football. After you get full, during that little lapse in between that game when the Cowboys play, you take a nap. You don't watch the Cowboys. They're boring. They're annoying. They're boring. You take a nap. Then you go to sleep and wake up. After you get that itis, you eat a little bit of dessert, go back to sleep. And then you wake up for the night game because the night game is usually always good. They haven't always played the night game. But now they put it on there because they know they need to be able to pick. Because the Lions and the Cowboys are always going to play on Thanksgiving. They're always going to play, unfortunately. Hopefully they play good opponents and you hope from a year-to-year basis, you hope they play somebody good, but they're always going to play. You bank on that night game being the game to help redeem it, but now we don't get that. And it was going to be a pretty good one between the Steelers and the Ravens, getting to see Lamar Jackson versus the undefeated Steelers. We're getting robbed of that. Now what do we do? What am I do? What am I going to do when I wake up from my itis nap? What am I going to do? There's no basketball. There's no football. What am I going to do? I'm being robbed of my Thanksgiving tradition. I'm pissed off. About it. Now I might actually have to pay attention to the Cowboys game because that's the last football I'm going to get till Saturday or Sunday. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Y'all gonna watch that Cowboys game? Y'all gonna watch it? Y'all gonna watch it? I don't know. I may have to. They're playing the football team. Luckily, the Lions are playing the Texans, so you get to see Deshaun Watson, even though their team is garbage. You get to see Deshaun Watson. He's bound to give you some highlights. And I think it's maybe his first time playing on Thanksgiving, so I'm sure he's going to want to put on a show. Because they know everybody and their mama and their auntie from down the way and their Uncle Duke and Cousin Leroy and Cousin Shay Shay. They all going to be there watching the game. Everybody's going to be there watching the game. So when these football players play, they want to put on the show. We'll see what Deshaun Watson can do. We're going to see. Hopefully he gives us something to be happy about and be thankful for on Thursday when we're watching these games, because taking that Ravens Steelers game away from us, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. NBC, it's going to hurt them because they usually have the primetime game, and now they have to play at 1 when it's a bunch of other teams. I know I'll be watching the Panthers. I'm not going to be watching the Ravens Steelers. Sorry. I don't care what channel it's on. Sorry. I may flip to it if the Panthers game ends early, but no. No. And Clark said they went back to phase 2 yesterday. Good Lord. Yeah, see, that's the difference between y'all and us. Up here in Georgia, our governor don't care about us. He don't care. They put dollars over lives. It's all about the economy to them. The economy is going to be bad. Death is bad. Death. You can make more. You can always make more money. You can't make more lives unless you're playing Super Mario, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see us going back, unfortunately, in Georgia. If only they do the responsible thing, but we'll see what happens. You know, their vaccine, they seem like they're trying to push it through, but who knows, man? Who knows? I know I'm not taking the vaccine. I'll let y'all take it first. Y'all let me know how it go before I take it. Let me know how it go, okay? But let's move on and talk about these Saints, man. So last week we talked about Drew Brees being hurt and the Saints playing the Falcons. And I was just I was saying my piece, talking my junk, saying what I had to say, doing my thing, you know, just with the assumption that Jameis Winston would be the starting quarterback. I thought I had some pretty good takes and pretty good information about Jameis. Come to find out, Sean Peyton said, we're not starting Jameis. Even though we put him in last week when Drew got hurt, we're starting Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill. It was a curveball. You threw everybody off. Threw me off. Probably threw Saints fans off, maybe. Threw the Falcons fans off, obviously, because they weren't prepared. They got beat by Taysom Hill at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Annie Clark is the homer of homes when it comes to the Saints. She loves anything the Saints do. She said, genius Sean Peyton. I'm going to just tell you to hold your horses because the word on the street coming, I mean, they got the win. Taysom got the win. He led them team to the Falcons, the win over the Falcons. Now, how much is that saying? It's not a lot. He didn't throw for a touchdown, but he did have 2 rushing touchdowns. But a lot of people were expecting Jameis to be in there. Let's be real. Jameis is the better quarterback. And if we say Jameis is the better quarterback, that says a lot. Mr. 30 for 30 himself, Jameis Winston. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions himself, Jameis Winston. We're saying he's a better quarterback than Taysom. That's a big indictment on Taysom Hill. It's a big indictment. Let's just be real. Jameis does have his moments where he looks brilliant. He has his moments where he looks like he doesn't belong to be in the NFL. But we still think that he's probably a better quarterback than Taysom Hill. So what happened? Because word on the street, according to Adam Schefter, there were players and staff, multiple, is what they said, multiple, that thought that Jameis should have gotten the start over Taysom Hill. They said it. They were not on record, but that was one of the mumblings and grumblings in the locker room. Is that Taysom Hill should have gotten the start. Jameis should have gotten the start over Taysom Hill. And I don't know. I just think the reasoning behind it is because politics, economics, and ego. Let me break it down. Politics. I told you about the whole thing about nepotism, people wanting to reward loyalty and stuff like that. Taysom Hill's been a part of the system for a while. You know what I'm saying? He's been around the team. He may know Sean Peyton's system a little bit better than Jameis. So the politics of him being there first, him being looked at as the heir apparent, even though Teddy has come through here and gone, and now Jameis has come through here and we expect him to be gone eventually, maybe, depending on how it goes long term. The politics behind Sean Payton feeling loyal to Taysom Hill played a part. Now, the economic side of it, Taysom Hill signed a $21 million value contract this offseason. He didn't do all that to be a personal protector on the punt team or chase after guys to block punts or be a wing back or a tight end. No. They wanted to eventually see what this dude could play at quarterback. We've had some preseason experience with him, and it hasn't been great. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't spectacular at BYU, but he's a great athlete, so he stuck around. He saves roster spots. But you don't pay a guy like that a contract valued at $21 million to sit around. You need to see what this dude has. So, of course, even though people think the right thing to do would be to play Jameis, because Jameis is on a cheap contract. But Taysom Hill is making $21 million over the value of his contract. You need to see what you have. You don't pay a guy $21 million just for nothing. And the writing seems to be on the wall that Drew Brees will be gone next year because injury. He may not even want to come back and do it again, man, after this. Breaking all them ribs and then the kidney. So the Saints are really in a mode where they feel like they need to figure out what's going on at quarterback. So they had to see what they had in Taysom to give him some significant playing time at quarterback and not just a wildcat. So that's the economics. Now the ego. If you've been following me, you know how I feel about Sean Payton. I'm not a fan. He probably has the most punchable, slappable face in the NFL, in my opinion. Some people may say it's Tom Brady or somebody else. But on my list, it's Sean Payton. I just don't like the guy. I respect what he is. I respect that he's a good coach and he's smart. But at the same time, when he went out there and said that Taysom Hill could be the next or has Steve Young tendencies, whatever he said in so many words. I know I'm paraphrasing. That was like, if this guy has Steve Young tendencies, why isn't he in the game right now? Or why haven't we seen that yet? Because Taysom Hill, this wasn't the first team he's played for. He played for the Packers before. Didn't make the team. Sean Payton, being the good coach that he is, found out there was a way to put a good athlete like Taysom Hill on the field, so he brought him in. The Steve Young tag, that is a reach. It's a reach, man. But Sean Payton has a huge ego. It's what makes him who he is as a coach. It's what makes me not like him. Partially. Obviously, he takes gambles. He goes for it on fourth down. He talks trash to players on the field. He dances in the locker room. He wears those little one pair of Jordans that he owns on the sidelines. He has a big ego. I mean, he has the resume as far as offensive standpoint to have that. But when you put yourself out there like that with Taysom, you have to stand behind the words and prove it. So his ego forced him to have to put Taysom Hill in there to prove to everybody that he wasn't on some type of drugs by calling Taysom Hill a Steve Young clone or the next Steve Young or Steve Young tendencies, whatever he said. His ego. He had to put him in there. He had to put him in there. And I think that's one of the biggest things that it came down to is that. B. Diva says she thinks it was a good idea because the Falcons know Jameis. I mean, that is a good point. I mean, it's a divisional opponent. The Falcons, like you said, they are familiar with him. I mean, but at the same time, the Falcons' defense is garbage. They haven't put up a ton of fight against anybody. Granted, they beat the they beat the Panthers the second time, but their defense is not great. So that means that is a good point that they're familiar with him. But at the same time, the Falcons aren't good. The Falcons aren't that good. Now, what will happen down the line when you start facing some real competition that'll try to contain Taysom, stack the box, stop the run, stop the quarterback power, stop that stuff. Make them drop back straight and stay in the pocket. Do what they do to every other scrambling quarterback in the league. Take away that running element of it and make him beat you from the pocket. They do that to all the other scrambling quarterbacks. We're seeing that happen to Lamar. What do you do then? What do you do then? She said, how do they beat the Panthers? Because the Panthers can't stop Julio Jones, and their defense is not that good either. And the Falcons did get a turnover down the stretch, but it had a lot to do with Julio Jones and the Panthers not being able to stop him. I'll say that. But yeah, we'll see what happens because Andy Clark, don't worry, I bet it's still on. Even if Taysom or Jameis at quarterback, I bet it's still on. Don't you even fret. I bet it's still on. I bet it's still on. But let's keep it moving because there's another team in our division with quarterback issues. Y'all saw the headline. Tom Brady. I know y'all saw that Monday game. And I know y'all saw the Monday game a couple weeks ago where they got embarrassed by the Saints. Well, Tom Brady struggled again in prime time in a night game. She said she didn't forget about the bet. I'm glad. I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know. But what's the Tom Brady situation? Bruce Arians once again going to the media and calling out Tom Brady. He had some harsh words, talking about he wasn't throwing good passes at times on some of these checkdowns, blaming him more than blaming the running backs who drop passes. Blaming him for the overthrows and interceptions sometimes. Yeah, the pressure played a factor in his book, but sometimes it was just misreads and coverage by Tom Brady. The 20-something year vet, this man's 40-something years old, forgot more football than a lot of us has ever learned. The GOAT getting criticized and drugged in the media by his own coach throwing shade. His own coach throwing shade. His own, like, I don't know if this is some kind of motivational tactic by Bruce Arians. I don't know. Is this some kind of motivational tactic? I don't know. Andy Clark said Tom Brady was confused. Hey, he just saying what all of us are seeing, but at the same time, we're just not used to this. Because Bill Belichick would never, ever. Bill Belichick would never, as much as the bad blood they might have had, Bill Belichick would never. But Tom Brady's been struggling. Trust me, I know. He's been on my fantasy team. He got me less than a point. No, he got me 2 points when he played the Saints, when they lost 35-3. He might have been less than that. 2 interceptions this past game against the Rams. The Bucs really don't have a significant win like that. They haven't beat too many teams that have a winning record. Now, for me, like I said, I'm good. I'm happy about the Bucs not struggling. I told you how I felt. I don't want teams buying rings by assembling a bunch of players like Fournette or Gronk or AB or Tom Brady coming or stuff like that. I don't like when teams pull a bunch of random players. It's going to turn into the NBA if we start recruiting like that and just start paying anybody and people take pay cuts to come and play in certain places. And y'all see why they come to Florida. It's because Florida has no state income tax. So you really get a raise to offset that pay cut you taking by not having to pay the state. You just got to pay Uncle Sam. That's a little nugget You see what happened with the Miami Heat. Everybody wanted to come to South Beach. Yes, there's women, weather, and it's Miami. Great party scene. But also, you don't have to pay state income tax. You don't. So you save some money. You put some more money in your pocket. That's why all these Florida teams are destinations for these super teams. But that's neither here nor there. We don't need that happening in football. So we need teams like the Bucks to lose. The Rams tried to do that stuff the other year with Sue and Fowler on their team and a bunch of other people. And they lost a boring game to the Falcons, to the Patriots in the Super Bowl in the Falcons Stadium. We don't need super teams in the NFL. You got to have chemistry. You got to have continuity. You got to have coaching. But at the same time, you got to have some kind of leadership. And Tom Brady, he gets it. He is riled up and yells and cries on the sideline. But when it's him making the mistakes, he don't say nothing. He don't shake anybody's hand after the game. Keep that same energy, Tom Brady. Keep the same energy. But let's talk. Is Tom Brady really the only problem? Because Bruce Arians makes it seem like Tom Brady is the reason they're losing these games. Yes, at the end when we expect Tom Brady, what I was thinking, once the Rams gave the ball back, I was like, they gave the ball back with too much time for Tom Brady. Too much time for Tom Brady, man. That's what I was thinking. It was too much time. You saw what Mahomes did to the Raiders. They gave that man a minute and some change and a timeout. He didn't even need all of it. He did it a minute. Went right downfield and scored a touchdown. That's how I used to fear Tom Brady. But now we don't. Because he turned that thing over. Quick, fast, in a hurry. We don't fear Tom Brady like that no more. Nobody say, oh, that's too much time. No. Tom Brady needs all the time in the world to move the ball downfield. You can't say, oh, you left too much time for Tom Brady. No. He needs all the time in the world now. And that still might even matter because he might just turn that thing over, which is what he's done. But let's talk about this Bucs defense, though. They have some young people in the secondary, but let's not act like they don't have Shaq Barrett, JPP, and Ndamukong Suh. White in the middle. Levante David. They've given up some points themselves. Let's be for real. They've given up some points themselves. Like they're supposed to be, the numbers look decent, but they've given up some points. 23 to the Panthers, 38 to the Saints, another 23 to the Giants. They've given up some points ever so often. Let's not get it twisted. You can get some stuff on them. So they're not always been as dominant as they probably needed to be. The numbers do look great. But can they be better? Yes. Yes, it's hard to play defense in the NFL, but they could probably be a little bit better. But the biggest thing to me is the running game has been trash. Between Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette, they're not effective. They're not being effective. I don't know if Fournette just not getting enough carries, but of course they gave Leonard Fournette the Trent Richardson treatment. They put him up on the billboard with the tweet of the replay of the film. He was supposed to be running through a hole that was wide open, and he didn't. He ran the other way. They're talking about his vision. Because there's been tweets before of Trent Richardson having a wide open hole and him not running to that either. They're giving Leonard Fournette that treatment. Ronald Jones had that long run last week against the Panthers, but it's pretty much been ineffective. The fans seem to see through that long run and say Ronald Jones has not been as effective as you would think after busting that long run like that. They've been wanting to see that home run hit from him. That was the type of running back they expected him to be, but he hasn't been that. But at the same time, the biggest factor is Tom Brady needing somebody to dump that ball off too. Because they're talking about Tom Brady struggling under pressure. What did he do before? He never really got pressure like that because he was getting rid of the ball so quick you could barely get to him. Throwing quick short passes to Edelman. Throwing dump offs to James White. He doesn't have a James White. He doesn't have an Edelman. He has great receivers, but they're not that type of guy that Edelman is. Or they don't have a running back like James White who can catch the ball out of the backfield like that to take pressure off Tom Brady. Bruce Arians wants to stretch the field. Make Tom Brady hold the ball a little bit longer. Longer developing routes. Tom Brady is fully capable of doing that. He's a vet. But at the same time, he's made a living over the past few years by getting rid of the ball, getting out of his hands quick. Yeah, he can get it to Gronk because Gronk's huge. There's certain places you can throw it to Gronk where it doesn't matter if people are in position. He's going to make the catch. But he needs running backs to dump the ball off to. Where is James White? Who can be a James White? LaShawn McCoy just seems like he's there to collect a check because they're not going to play him. But he would be a pretty decent guy to catch the ball out of the backfield with. But that's not Bruce Arians. That's not. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. But it's the Bucs, man. They were scary on paper before the season started, but now they can't get that Saints monkey off the bat. Saints got swept them. And if they play in the playoffs again, the Saints will probably do it again. Probably do it again. Now, will they need Drew Brees? Probably. But it just seemed to have those guys' number. They have their number. But we're talking about a lot of quarterbacks today, man. Talking about a lot of quarterbacks. The last one I want to talk about, last quarterback situation I want to talk about is the Seahawks and the Eagles game coming up this week. So somebody put up a poll on Instagram saying, do you think that Carson Wentz should be benched in favor of Jalen Hurts? Fair question. Carson Wentz has been playing horrible. He leads the league in turnovers. Jalen Hurts showed a lot of potential and growth last year after people questioned his arm when he played in Alabama and got benched for Tua. People questioned it. But when he went and played for Lincoln Riley, opened up the system a little bit, gave him a chance to show his running and throwing skills, he seemed like a capable quarterback. Now, how will he project to the NFL? A lot of people weren't sure. A lot of people weren't sure. People knew he would need some development. But nobody really expected Carson Wentz to be this bad. If Jalen Hurts was to get action in his rookie year, they would have expected it because of injury. Sorry. I mean, that's just how Carson Wentz is. But the Eagles are pigeonholed because they gave Carson Wentz such a huge contract after he had an MVP caliber season in the games that he did play. But they gave him a contract coming off of an injury. That seems ill-advised. They won a Super Bowl pretty much without him that year. They made their choice. They got rid of Nick Foles. They kept Wentz. It makes sense. Wentz is the young guy. Foles, he hasn't really shown for a long period of time that he can be a quality quarterback. He just got hot in the playoffs. I get it. I would have moved on too. But am I giving Carson Wentz that contract off the rip? I can't say I would. But Doug Peterson seems to be attached at the hip to Carson Wentz also. So he don't want to give up on him. Yes, they do need some weapons. Probably on the outside. I know Alshon is always injured. Deshaun, injured. They drafted some young guy, Rigor. Jalen Rigor, I think, for something like that, from TCU. Of course, they got the tight end in Ertz. But Carson Wentz is turning the ball over like crazy. Way too much. Especially for a guy that you pay that much. But the sad part is they're not out of the running for the division. So you don't want to mail it in. But it seems like the writing may be on the wall for time for Carson Wentz to get benched. People are calling for it in the media. We'll see. It has to get really bad, I think, for Doug Peterson to do that. He's always going to bat for Carson Wentz in these press conferences. Anytime they ask him about it, he gets pissed off. He'll quit the conference because they ask questions he's not comfortable with when it comes to that quarterback position. But at some point, you got to see what you got with Jalen Hurts too. Because it's getting bad, real bad Michael Jackson with Carson Wentz. I was never sold on them elevating him on this platform without him showing a full body of work and staying healthy. Now that he's actually playing, we're getting to see how turnover prone he seems to be this year. And it's just sad because as bad as the Eagles are playing, they're still not out of it for the division. This division is horrible. It's horrible. It's just crazy to me that if the Panthers were in this division, my team, the Panthers, were in the NFC East, they'd probably be, would they be in first place, I'm thinking? They would probably be in first place. Because everybody in that division has three wins. Are you serious? Yeah, the Panthers would be in first place if they were in the NFC East. They'd be in first place, guys. That's just how bad this division is. So they're still not out of it. So Doug Peterson's never going to just mail it in on Carson Wentz. He thinks that Carson Wentz really gives him the best chance to win. He does. And I know there's some economics behind it because of the contract. But at the same time, bro, if the division is in reach, shake it up. Send a message to Carson. Pull him out the game for a little bit when he plays bad. Because he's going to have more bad games. Let's be clear. He's leading the league in turnovers. He's going to have more bad games. Like, it was a different situation with Jameis the other year when he threw that 30-30 because they wanted to get it all out of the system so they can know for sure when they got rid of Jameis, this is the correct decision. You got Carson Wentz for the long haul. You're paying him a lot of money. Now, if there's a better option behind him with Jalen Hurts for cheaper, and he comes in and plays decent, then you may have a decision on your hands again. But I just don't think they want to get into that trouble again. Doug Peterson has already dealt with the whole drama with Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. I think he's too scared to go down that road again if Jalen Hurts happens to just play decent and win some games. Because you don't have to play that back. Just don't have to turn that ball over. This division is horrible. You get another 2 to 3 wins, you're probably going to win it. I think 6 or 7 wins this division. So if he does go to Jalen Hurts wins a couple games, what happens then? You got another quarterback controversy on your team, and Doug Peterson, he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. I mean, he loves Carson Wentz, but he also doesn't want that drama. He doesn't want that drama to deal with as a coach. It's highly stressful. Like I said, he always gets pissed off in those press conferences. He doesn't want to have to keep answering those questions. It's crazy. Lee Mitchell said Carson is so reckless. Dog, reckless ain't the word. Like, it's almost careless. I wouldn't even say careless because it's like he tries. It's not careless. He cares and he tries. Reckless, yeah, reckless is a good word. I'll give you that. Reckless is a good word because the amount of turnovers he has and the way they end up, just crazy. Now, I know it's not all on him, like I said, when it comes to the weapons, probably the offensive line also. And I haven't watched a ton of Carson Wentz this year either, so I can't really just give a full-fledged opinion on it. But when you have that many turnovers, come on, son. What more do I need to see? What more do I need to see? But I just don't think Doug Peterson wants that quarterback drama on his hands. Been there, done that. Won a Super Bowl with it. That's probably how he's feeling. Been there, done that. Won a Super Bowl. But somebody from up top has got to put a bug in Doug's ear. Be like, hey, bro. Hey. Hey, hey, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get Carson Wentz up out that paint. Get him out the paint. Get him out the paint. Excuse me, guys. I'm like I said, I'm looking at this. Looking at this PS5, but y'all Y'all ready for Listen, y'all ready for Thanksgiving? Y'all ready for Thanksgiving? Because I'm ready to eat. I've been working out all week, trying to do my thug dizzle in the gym, which is no different than any other day of the week. But I'm ready to pig out. Yep. It is officially 9:04. I'm looking on Walmart.com, and the PS5 is sold out. Sold out. The robots got to it. I was too late. The PS5 is sold out. I wanted to make me a cool $500. I wasn't going to play it. I don't have time to play the PS5. I wanted to buy one and sell one for about $800. I wasn't even going to do what some of these people are doing on eBay, selling them things for $1,100, $1,200. And Clark said she ready. Miss Sandy said she's struggling trying to get finished. See, person like me, I don't have to do any cooking. Now, I may contribute tomorrow. I'm doing my tradition a little bit different this year for the first time. I'm not cooking. Now I may go buy a quality dessert, some pecan pie. I know we have a peach cobbler, but I may go get some pecan pie. You know, I love pecan pie. What's y'all favorite food or dessert? Y'all like dessert? Y'all like the food? I told y'all I used to like cranberry sauce, but I like turkey and dressing. But dessert, I love banana pudding. I love red velvet cake. Pecan pie is solid, but it's got to be peach cobbler is good too. A nice warm peach cobbler is good, but I love banana pudding. I love banana pudding. I love it. It warms my soul to have some high quality banana pudding with the vanilla wafers in it, real bananas in it. Like if your banana pudding doesn't have real bananas in it, what are we doing? You know? I know there's been a lot of controversy about people experimenting with recipes this year with Thanksgiving because maybe it's not as many people there. Miss Sandy said sweet potato pie. Good point. I forgot about sweet potato pie. Now see, my mother that was her specialty. That was my mother's specialty, sweet potato pie. So I'm a little sweet potato pie out. They're good. They are good. But I'm a little sweet potato pie out. Like my sister used to work at Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not a huge donut fan anymore because I got too many of them growing up. And Clark said her favorite is seafood dressing and baked macaroni. Listen. What kind of y'all putting shrimp and crawfish in the dressing? Come on now. Hold on now. You putting shrimp and crawfish in the anytime there's a seafood recipe, it's always shrimp, crab chunks, and probably crawfish. Is that what y'all putting in dressing? That sounds like an abomination. Now I haven't tried it before, so I don't want to throw no shade. But how is that? Why y'all do stuff like that down in New Orleans? Why y'all do stuff like that? And Clark said she's making banana pudding too. So you must be hosting. It sounds like you hosting. Shrimp and crab meat. Look, do y'all eat cranberry sauce with it? Next thing you gonna tell me y'all got red beans and y'all eating red beans and rice too, huh? Instead of dressing or instead of mashed potatoes. That's the next thing you gonna tell me, huh? Y'all eating red beans and rice instead of potatoes? See, y'all are different. Between Louisiana and Florida, those are two different types of South. You know what I'm saying? From the rest of the South. I feel like the South is on the same wavelength when it comes to like food, culture, the type of country. But Florida and Louisiana, they on two different wavelengths. If I was to bring a seafood dressing to Thanksgiving, they would look at me like I'm crazy. They may not let me in the house. They may kick me out of the house once they find out what's in it. See, we can't do stuff like that up here. We can't do stuff like that up here. And you say you don't like cranberry sauce. See, if somebody don't bring the cranberry sauce, somebody's got to run to Walmart to go get that can. And when you serve that can of cranberry sauce, you don't do nothing. You don't slice it up, whatever. You take it right out the can. It needs to have those ridges in it and everything. The cranberry sauce gotta have the ridges. Don't give me no cranberry sauce with the thorns and the real berries in it. Nah, I want the jellied cranberry sauce. Ocean Spray white can cranberry sauce. Like I said, straight out the can, throw it on the plate. I need the ridges from the can on it. Still, that's the type of cranberry sauce I want. I need that. And I can't wait. She said, I need to try New Orleans food. It's the best. Listen, I got some friends from down there. I've had some good, authentic red beans and rice. I just got a brother-in-law in the family. He's not from New Orleans. He's from Louisiana. My sister spends Thanksgiving down there. But myself, you know me. You don't know me. I like the turkey. I like the fried chicken. I like the mashed potatoes and gravy. I like the dressing with the giblet gravy. Some people call it stuffing. I don't, because stuffing and dressing are different. Stuffing comes out that box. Dressing, you put it in the pan. It has crust. Dressing has crust. Then you get the giblet gravy with a little piece of boiled egg in it. Giblet gravy, smothered on top of everything. Then you put the cranberry sauce with the ridges from the can. I don't need it sliced up. Like I said, I'll slice my own. If you slice it up, no, that's not right. You got to use those ridges from the can to slice up your portions of the sauce. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching y'all. I'm putting y'all on some game. Use the ridges from the can of cranberry sauce as a guideline to how much. You know what I'm saying? You put about a third of a piece of cranberry sauce with a whole spoonful of dressing as you eat. That's how you keep it balanced up. The rules and regulations to this holiday. Now, I'm a Thanksgiving pro. It is my favorite holiday. It is the best holiday in my opinion. Because Christmas, it's a lot of pressure to buy gifts. You gotta think. And they start playing Christmas music way too early. So you're tired of it by the time it actually comes. But Thanksgiving, there's not a huge amount of decorations. There's no Thanksgiving music that you play. It's a business trip. You know what time it is. You be thankful. You show up. You eat. You laugh with your cousins and your family. You watch football. Get your little drink on a little bit too. You do what you got to do. Take your nap. Eat leftovers. Eat more leftovers. No. It's a lot of pressure. It's no pressure. The only pressure is don't mess up whatever dish you got to make. Christmas, you got to cook all this stuff. Christmas, you got to cook too. You got to cook there too. But you got to buy gifts for everybody. You might have to exchange gifts. You have Christmas parties all the time. You got to do this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into Christmas. But Thanksgiving, you just show up and show out. Of course, you got to do your part with the cooking. But everybody loves food. That's why it's my favorite. It's no pressure. No pressure to make sure you got the good gift. No pressure to make sure people like your gift. You ain't got to go super broke for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving is where it's at. Thanksgiving is where it's at. Y'all make sure y'all give the video a thumbs up, man. Y'all make sure y'all give the video a thumbs up. This is the Dunk on Demand show. I'm giving y'all game on Thanksgiving. But the thing about it this year, on a serious tip, this year, with a lot of stuff being taken away from us because of the pandemic, it's really a time to really be thankful for what you do got instead of the stuff that you can't do. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smart out here, guys. I want y'all to be safe when y'all congregating with y'all family. I know everybody ain't going to get tested or wear a mask around their family. A lot of people think it's taboo to do that. Some families will get offended. Some family will get offended by you wearing a mask around them, but you don't know where these people are coming from. Especially people are traveling from all over the place. You got to be safe. I tell y'all every week to protect your neck, wear your mask and wash your hands. It ain't just something to say. You gotta be careful, man. If y'all hosting people, make sure y'all be careful. I know grandma gonna be around. She may be cooking and stuff. Show her you love her. Be safe. She gonna be doing all this cooking for you. If you don't feel good, stay home. They can FedEx you a plate. They can FedEx you a plate. They can FedEx you a plate overnight. You know what I'm saying? Express delivery. Express delivery. But it's gonna be different for me this year. I'm gonna miss out on a lot of desserts. My aunt Gwen, she's a dessert specialist. Red velvet cake, key lime cake, banana pudding. Sorry, I just tried again to get a PS5. It's out of stock. Try it again. So sorry. But you gotta be careful, man. Y'all be careful this year. Y'all be careful this year, man. And I've had this whole week off from work, so I've been trying to put in this work on this content, man. So hope y'all appreciating it, and I hope y'all staying safe. Hope y'all staying safe. Hope y'all doing what y'all need to do. Y'all don't stay up too late cooking. Annie Clark and Miss Sandy, I know y'all getting ready from it. Don't stress too hard. If y'all hosting, have fun, be safe. Like I said, wear your mask if you feel like you need to. Eat all you can. Eat to your heart's consent. Take a nap. You ain't got to worry about watching the late game. So if you want to stay up through the food, eat through all the games earlier in the day, do that. Football's kicking off at 12:30 tomorrow, not 1. Kicking off early. So be ready for that. I don't think I've ever seen the first quarter of a Thanksgiving game because I'm always on the road. I've probably never seen the first quarter of a game because I'm always traveling. But this year, it may be a little bit different. I'm doing something different with a tradition. Seeing a different side of the family. Sandy said she's trying not to stress. What all you got to cook? What all they making you cook, Miss Sandy? What all you cooking? Don't stress. I'm saying don't mess it up either because people are gonna be mad. They want their food on Thanksgiving. Like I said, people take Thanksgiving just as serious as I do. But don't spread yourself too thin. What are you responsible for cooking? That's the real question. What are you responsible for cooking? Because like I said, it could be a lot of pressure. Like I said, I've never been responsible for doing that cooking, but I know how much I love this holiday. Because there's all kind of stuff that goes into it. Obviously, this is a low-key holiday where it's been a rough year. People are going to bring their girlfriends, their significant others, their boyfriends around to meet the family for the first time. That's always interesting. But that might be delayed because of COVID. They may get another year to spare of getting picked on. Who knows? Some of these relationships might not make it to next holiday season. Some of these relationships may not make it to next holiday season, so you may never meet your little cousin or your sister or whoever's boyfriend or girlfriend now. You may never meet them. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here with this COVID going on. The dating life is trash, I've heard. So you may not even get to meet them. They may not make it to the next holiday. Who knows? So things are going to be different this year, man. It's going to be different this year with COVID. It's different. What's on the menu for you, Annie Clark? What you cooking? What you responsible for? What dishes you bringing? Miss Sandy said she just made the dressing, had mac and cheese left. You know, I would love, I know how to make certain things like pancakes, breakfast, stuff like that. I know a couple recipes. I can cook a pot roast, obviously. That's easy. Cream of mushroom chicken, I can cook that. Barbecue chicken, I can bake that. Obviously, the easy stuff, tacos, spaghetti, stuff like that. I would love to learn how to cook soul food. Like, on a deeper level. Like, the country stuff that nobody tell you about. That you can't learn from the internet. Like, somebody got to tell you verbally. I want to learn how to cook that. Like, I want to learn how to cook dressing. I don't know. I really don't know how to cook dressing. How do you cook dressing? How? Is it corn? It ain't cornbread and other stuff. What is it? My grandmother makes some of the best dressing you'll ever taste. She also makes a great chicken pot pie, whatever you want to call it, depending on where you're from. I don't know how to cook any stuff like that. I don't. Nobody passed on those traditions onto me. Granted, I know I'm a guy and stuff like that. The old country stuff, the women do a lot of cooking back in the day. But it's 2020. Let's be real. Women ain't cooking like they used to. You know, women are doing better than now. Now, I know the wage gap is still there. And so they're still treated differently and mistreated. I understand that. But they're doing better now. They're more independent. They don't have to be just stay-at-home cooking clean wives. So they don't have to have those skills. And some of these girls, they're coming out here, they dating and get married and stuff. They don't know how to do a lot of this stuff. It's not required anymore. So it's not always passed down. So I'm trying to learn something. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to experiment, mess nothing up, but I would love to learn something. Miss Sandy said she can't mess that up. She already know what time it is. She said she can't mess it up. Hey, I don't blame you. And Clark said she's not hosting. It's her sister's turn to host. I'm just bringing some dishes. She said she's doing stuffed bell peppers, baked macaroni, and banana pudding and drinks. Now, the stuffed bell peppers, that's out of the left field for me. But ain't nothing like some baked macaroni and cheese and some banana pudding. You know, you got to have the baked macaroni and cheese with the crust, the little burnt spots on the edges a little bit. You got to have a little crust. If your mac and cheese don't have crust, I don't want it. I don't care if you cook it in a crock pot or a big aluminum pan. It need a crust for me. I need a crust. I need that. I might have to get y'all to FedEx me a plate. How long would it take to overnight? How long would it take to overnight? I need a plate and some a Ziploc bag and some foil. I might get y'all to FedEx me a plate. I need that. I might need y'all to FedEx me a plate. I might get y'all to FedEx me a plate. Because I love Thanksgiving. So you can use cornbread. I spruce up stovetop stuffing. Interesting. She said you get talked about if your food ain't good. They ain't gonna do it to your face. But then again, it is family. You know, family don't care. They don't care about being rude. They'll talk about you to your face also. That's the thing. You gotta love family. Because if you bring some bad potato salad, they're gonna ask who did it. As soon as they find out they're gonna ask about who did it out loud. As soon as they find out who did it, it's gonna get real quiet. And if they say that, you already know what the answer is. They're gonna talk about you behind your back. Who made the banana pudding? Who made the dressing? Who made the not the cranberry sauce. Who made the potato salad? Oh, okay. If it's good, they'll let you know. So they're gonna say you right after, that stuff look good. And that's the thing. People do love the cooking, but a lot of times they won't ever tell you how good your cooking is. You'll just know if the food is gone. You'll check the trash and see is your food in the trash. Are there a bunch of plates turned? You gotta check because people are smart. People don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. They turn the plate over and push down the trash so you don't see what was left on their plate. If you really want to know how your cooking is, you got to go in the trash, open them plates up a little bit. You ain't got to get too nasty. Now, I ain't going to tell you to do that. But you can probably eyeball it, look down in the trash, see what's turned over, see what came out the bottom. If you see a bunch of dressing or a bunch of potato salad seeping out the sides, your food may not have been that good. And that's the hard part about cooking. Because if it's good, they probably ain't going to tell you. They're going to tell somebody else. They won't tell you. They'll tell somebody else. Or if you see them, like, let me tell you the big telltale. Me, when something's real good and we eating, I get in line first because I don't really care. I don't care. I get in line first. If the macaroni is good, I'm going to eat all of it before I eat the rest of it. Typically, I'm the type of person that likes to spread out my portions. I like to be done with everything at once. I don't like to really eat too much of one thing than the other. But if something is good, I'm going to eat it first, get right back in line and get some more. If you see somebody going for seconds real quick and they're going for your dish, you know it's good. They may not tell you, but that means it's good. That means it's good. If it's bad, they're going to ask who made it. They're not going to say nothing. They're not going to tell you to your face. Like I said, if it's good, they're going to get in line. listen, listen, listen. That's the trick. That's the hack. You got to turn the plate over and press it down. People ain't gonna question you because they're just thinking you making room in the trash. You turn it over, press it down. Press it down. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do that. That's the hack. But like I said, if somebody goes back for seconds before they go if they don't fill up the rest of their plate, the rest of their plate's still full, but they're going back for seconds of one particular dish, they like that dish. If they say out loud who made what, they may not like it. It's hard, man. It's hard out for people that's cooking. I'm trying to give y'all the rules because I'm a Thanksgiving connoisseur. I'm a consumer. I'm not a producer of the food. I'm a consumer. I love this holiday. I love it. Ain't too many things I love more than food anyway, but I love this holiday. Do I got any more hacks for Thanksgiving? Oh yeah, this is my hacks. All right, I got these tips. I'm gonna give them all. So number one is you got to get in line first. That's just the way it is. Get in line first. Do what you got to do. I know they want to put the kids and the old people first, but the way you do it, when you say grace, make sure you get towards the kitchen. Hold hands with somebody before the kitchen. Do that. Get in line first. I don't care if they say the old people, get in line first. Get in line first. And the key is, don't fix a regular plate. Fix your to-go plate first. Fix your to-go plate off rip. You're gonna get the freshest food. You're gonna break ground on the macaroni and cheese. You're gonna get the first slice of ham and turkey. You're gonna get the hottest of the gravy. You're gonna get all the egg chunks you want. Fix your to-go plate first. Fix it first. Go put it in the car. Go put it. Don't leave it anywhere. Go put it in the car. I don't care if you bought a plate with foil on it. I don't care if you bought a doggy tray. See, my grandmother, she ain't got enough room in her house like that. She all she serves is stuff out of to-go plates. You get your food and go. Okay? But fix your to-go plate first. Go put it in the car. Go put it in the car and hurry back and get back in line. Then get your food. There's always room for everybody to at least get one plate. There may not be room for seconds. That's why you fix your to-go plate first. There's always room. How many times have you been to eat for Thanksgiving and there's never been food for everybody to get a plate, at least one plate? How many times? Probably never. Sometimes if some extra people come, if Auntie Peggy, if Auntie Peggy bring her new boyfriend, or if cousin Roy bring whoever, a new girlfriend. There's some extra people that you didn't account for. Everybody may not get seconds. Everybody may not get seconds, but it's always going to be a first round. So make sure you get your to-go plate. Take the to-go plate and go. If you're at the front of the line, take it and go. Come back, get in line, then get your regular plate. It may not be huge portions if there's not a lot of food left. But do that first. You're going to make sure you get your to-go plate, and then you're going to make sure you get something to eat there. That's my number one tip. The number one pro tip for me. You're not going to get this from everywhere on YouTube. You're going to get this from me. I'm going to keep it real with you. Number two, like I said, if you like something, one dish in particular, while you're sitting down and eating, if you didn't use my to-go plate thing, get up and go get it there. Because if you think it's good, somebody else thinks it's good. If you ate all the macaroni off your plate because it was just that good, you couldn't even take a break from the macaroni for your dressing or your turkey. It was just that good. Get up and go get some more right now. Don't wait because it might get gone. Get up and get it. I don't care what else is still on your plate. Get up and go get it. Go. That's number two. And number three, I told y'all, if the food is not that good, take your napkin. You can do the technique where you spit it out in your napkin, ball it up, or you can use your napkin, put it on top of the item that you got too much of. You can use a technique where you spread the food out so it looks like you ate a little bit more. Put the napkin on top, and when you throw it away, turn it over. Press it down. Press it down. They'll never see it coming. Make sure you eat only when you're eating paper plates or stuff like that. Press it down. Press it down. That is my tip number three. Those are my three essential tips for Thanksgiving survival to making sure you get the most food and you don't hurt any feelings. Don't worry about dessert because the dessert is always going to be there. There's always multiple pieces of dessert, and there's always a bunch of dessert to go around. Usually the person that brings the dessert is going to take some dessert home with them. They're going to be trying to give dessert away to anybody that's walking out the door because it's always so much. Everybody don't like dessert. And everybody is full after they do it, so there's always more dessert to go around. So don't waste your time getting dessert with the main course. Wait. That's my bonus tip. Wait on dessert. It's going to be there. There's always a big selection of dessert. And everybody don't like sweets like that, so there's going to be a big portion. That's my tips. That's my Thanksgiving tips. Don't say I never gave y'all nothing. So you make sure y'all enjoy y'all holiday, man. I'm about to get up out of here for y'all get me in trouble talking about people cooking and stuff like that. And I probably gonna do some sit-ups or some push-ups or something so I can work off this mess. Y'all, Miss Sandy, Annie Clark, I appreciate y'all doing what y'all do for y'all family, cooking and stuff. Y'all make sure y'all don't stay up too late. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get what they gonna get after a while. So y'all make sure y'all stay up, stay safe. Wear your mask if you feel like you need to around family. They family. You know what I'm saying? They family. So don't worry about that. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Miss Sandy. Happy Thanksgiving to Annie and Clark. You too. Like I said, y'all don't slave too hard over that stove. Y'all protect your neck. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. I'll probably I'm dropping videos daily, so y'all gonna see me. Happy Thanksgiving. Y'all gonna see me. I'm dropping videos tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, and then live stream on Sunday. So y'all have fun. Eat to your heart's consent tomorrow. Stay safe. I'm out. Peace.